Ozzie, thank you so much for making time for me. I know this is busy because as we speak, Toronto Caribbean Carnival, but people still know it as Caribana Weekend coming up. You have to be, and your group, extremely busy. But the thing is, though, before anything else, you're going to be at Chevrolet Music Presents Indie Fridays, Young Dundas Square. You guys are going to be performing there. How does it feel being able to kick off that great long weekend?
It's great. It's our first time actually doing a show with the legendary reggae artist Carol Brown. So looking forward to it. Great way to start off Caribana Weekend.
This is going to be amazing. I got to ask you right off the top, how did you get paired up with such a legend? I mean, this is going to be incredible having the both of you guys together.
Yeah, it's great. She actually performed in Toronto for a festival like this, but last year she was actually backed up by Sly and Robbie with a project called the Kingston All-Stars. And the promoter behind that show, Mossman, we actually worked with Mossman when Sister Nancy was in Toronto, and we opened up for Sister Nancy for a Bob Marley celebration show this year in February. So the promoter and manager of Sister Nancy loved us, and he was like, I think you guys would be great in terms of like backing Carol Brown for this Caribana Bash. And then, he kind of put it all together and made it all happen.
This is absolutely going to be amazing. I want to ask how the fact that you got into the music business with the style of music, with the Caribbean music, how did this all come about for you, and how did this group come together?
Sure. So I'm born here in Toronto. My background is Jamaican. My dad and my mom both Jamaican, and I've done some of my schooling in Jamaica as well also too. So I always grew up with reggae music. Reggae music's always been a big part of my life. And then it's just being able to collaborate with other people that have common interests as myself, right? And then teaming up with some great vocalists along the way and some great band members, and then just all of us are kind of involved in kind of creating really good rhythms and really good reggae music.
And people should realize, too, that, there are other great genres of music out there that are fantastic. But when it comes to reggae music, when it comes to the Caribbean music, there is a pride of joy that just comes across with practically every song. It's even, you can take a popular pop song, and if you turn it into a reggae song, it just changes into something, and the meaning is completely different. Why do you think that is?
I think it's the music, it's island music. Right? Mm-hmm. So it's the music of the sun, So when you hear a reggae chop, a reggae guitar chop, or you hear a nice little reggae bubble on an organ, it's feel-good music. It makes you happy, right? So I think we can kind of put a twist on any type of music and give it a little bit of an up-tempo swing and give it a little bit of a reggae chop to it, and it kind of makes it uplifting.
It definitely does. Musically, though, what kind of songs are you guys writing for yourselves, too?
Right now, you talked a little bit about incorporate, like we're doing a lot of fusion stuff right now. So recently, we actually did a reggae remix of the legendary Neil Young, a Harvest album. So what we did is we took that album from beginning to end, 10 tracks of that album, and we basically reggaeified it. And we broke down every single one of those songs, and we created that reggae chop. We added the horns, and we added that organ bubble, and that traditional one drop with the drums and bass lines. And we reggaeified that whole album. And then we're looking to release that sometime next year.
What was it like to take on that challenge? Because, A, you're taking on something that is iconic. 2, it's Canadian iconic.
Yeah.
But 3, again, to still make it your own and still give it the respect. What was it like to go through that project? It must have been fun, but it's definitely hard too.
It was fun, but the one thing about Neil Young is he's got elements of folk and country in his music. Mm-hmm. And the thing about reggae music and the thing about Jamaicans is something that not a lot of people know is that there's a lot of Jamaicans that like country music, right? Absolutely. And some of the music that's the early reggae that was actually written, if you listen to it, some of it has some country influences in it. And when you listen to some of Neil Young's music, there's one song in particular called Ready for the Country, where he's actually talking about playing dominoes, right?
That's right.
And, yeah, you can actually hear, wait a second, like, was he listening? Maybe he wrote this song in Jamaica, right? Because maybe he was listening to some reggae music when he was writing this country song. So you can, some of the songs, because of that, were a little bit easier to remix and to create a reggae interpretation than others. And then you have other songs, like, for example, he has this one song called Harvest, where we had to totally deconstruct that song and change the tempo, change chord progressions to kind of give it a little bit of a reggae feel. So we kind of went in some songs sound very familiar, and we stayed quite true to the chord progression and the structure of his music because it was an easy transition. Others we had to totally break down. We kept the lyrics, changed some chord progressions to make it, true reggae.
Incredible. What recordings can we get right now from you guys?
Well, there's one recording, Man Needs a Maid. That's already achieved national airplay across Canada on CBC Radio 1. You can find that song on YouTube. You can also find that on Spotify. And there's also a download option for you as well also too. If you find the link and visit YouTube, you can actually download that one track. And then the whole entire album, we're looking to release that next year.
Fantastic. What's been the biggest show that you guys have performed at so far right now?
This year has been a big year for us. So, it started off opening for Sister Nancy in February.
Wow.
We did the main stage. Just a week ago, we did main stage for the Beaches Jazz Fest. And then, as you know, on Friday, we're doing the Caravana launch Indie Fridays at Dundas Square.
What's the show going to be like for folks who are going to come down to this? Because this is definitely going to be one of the biggest shows of the summer.
Yeah, for sure. It's not only going to be us. There's another great band called Moses Revolution.
Yes.
That's going to be there as well also too. So they're going to be providing a little bit of soca vibes as well. So as all of us in Toronto know, Caravana is just not about reggae music. It has a lot to do with soca and calypso as well also too, right? So Caravana really represents all the islands, right?
Absolutely.
So we're going to have some soca music there. We're going to be doing some traditional roots rock reggae music with Carol Brown. We're also going to have some steel pan players out there as well also too. So there's going to be a little bit of something for everybody.
This is going to be what's so funny, because I talked to Moses actually earlier this morning to find out what he's going to be doing, and I know it's going to be a great show with him. I know he says he's bringing out the horns. Like, this is, people should realize when they come down, this isn't going to be one or two or three artists. This is going to be a full stage with y'all performing. Yeah,
that's right. It's going to be a full stage. It's going from 8 p.m. is when the music starts playing, and then it's going all the way till 11. So it's going to be a good 3-hour show of some top performers in the soca reggae, Canadian soca reggae scene.
Well, you have to understand, my friend, I'm looking forward to all of this as the host, and I will be getting to introduce you gentlemen and ladies when you get up there. So I'm looking forward to that. Because it's such a busy weekend, other than that performance, do you have any other shows that are going to be going on during the Caravana weekend?
This is the one for Caravana that we're doing. Other than that, when this is all over, I'm going to be out there at the parade myself, just kind of enjoying myself.
Good. You're going to need that. You guys going to have to take it easy, because I know you're going to be putting in a lot of energy into this performance, and that's really something. And people should realize that's something that's really going to be special, because with such a busy weekend and you guys have decided you're just going to be doing that one show, thank you so much for that, because it's going to be something very special. Social media-wise, where do we go to find out when you guys release that, young type album or anything else you guys are doing? Where do we go?
You go to our website, www.reggaddiction.com. You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, our YouTube channel. We're on Twitter as well also too. So pretty much all social media outlets.
All right, my friend. Thank you so much for doing this interview with me. Looking forward to seeing y'all on Friday. Like I said, I get to introduce you guys, so this is going to be definitely a jump up party.
Thank you, Rudy.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Take care.